Right, good morning everybody. How are you doing? Nice evening and afternoon for some of you, isn't it? Yeah, sorry about that. AJ, obviously we got connected, we got disconnected, sorry. So AJ just rang me to basically just say, sorry a computer crapped out, and just try and pick up from there. So respectable username, and Michael Mantis, how are you doing? Hope you're both well. I'm assuming you can hear me now and everything, so we should be all okay there, I think. Let me just get a little bit of background music running for you guys, so you've got a little bit of lo-fi chill going on. To get, how you Bunker? How you doing, matey? How's the music level there for you? Is that okay? Is that it's not obtrusive, is it? Brilliant. No, Midlands, literally smack in the middle. So where I live, there is there's actually a place called Meriden, which is just a couple of minutes round the corner, and there's a stone in the middle of Meriden, and that stone literally marks the absolute centre of the UK. So the furthest point you can actually get from the sea anywhere. So yeah, I could literally only just be a little bit more central. Brilliant. So how are you guys this morning then? Have you guys did jump in from the Winter's Tale stream, didn't you? If I get that one right. And how's Bunker this morning? We're getting into afternoon now, aren't we? Actually. Yep, afternoon, sorry. Brilliant. So hopefully a few more people will come and join as well. I think we had quite a decent audience going on there that we're going to get dropped in, so it's a shame to not have everybody jump over, but I'm glad you came. Wolfhammer, how you doing? Hey, Bunny. Oh, you got the kids off still, have you, Bunker? Mine have gone back today, so it's kind of business as usual. The disruption from the last couple of weeks is done and dusted and over, so it's killed me, it has. Bunky. Speaking of Bunny, I've got a set of the City Watch printed here for you, Bunker. Your little gnome character. Yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks. Apologies about the lack of streams over the last fortnight. The few times I've planned it, things have gone a little bit wrong here. So we've had the boiler breakdown and need to be sorted. So we've had the plumbers out. We've had kids off. Hayley trying to organise like family things and play dates and all sorts. And now the chaos has ended and the kids are back in school and I'm back to normal stuff now. So this character, if anybody doesn't know, if anybody's only just joined in from here, this character is from the Winter's Tales, Chronicles Aelwyn. So hopefully tomorrow night, if I've got this finished, AJ's going to try and get this guy printed and kind of up on the stream. This is the character, this is what he's supposed to look like. This is the drawing. So I'm doing all the detail parts at the top. Everything from the waist down is fairly simple actually, hopefully, so I should be able to kind of get it done fairly quick. Then he's got this like kind of trench coat with a, I want to say like Auron style. So if you've ever played Final Fantasy 11, I think it was, might be, no, Final Fantasy X. The character wore on there, he had like a big coat and it draped it off one shoulder. So that's the vibe I'm kind of feeling here, that's what I'm getting. So yes, I'm just going to do that in a second. Get his trousers on first. And then obviously the belt is where we've got all the detail here, so we'll have the tool belt, the wrench and the hammer and spanners and things like that, so we'll get all of those added in. Trousers, let's do them. In fact, let's do the boots first because they kind of tuck in, so let's get the boots on. Just extract them. That'll do actually. Just pop that back up on the top screen so I can just use it as reference. Okay, so this guy's actually a mechanic type character, so if Rosie joins, it could be quite could ring some bells with him. Guys, if you want me to talk through what I'm doing, just let me know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes we just chat nonsense and it's a little bit of banter and stuff going on. But if you want me to explain what's going on, talk you through my design process, the sculpting process and all that kind of stuff, I'm happy to do that. Oh, what's going on there? Let's just undo all of that and let's just actually make sure symmetry's on to make this a little bit quicker. So normally speed is not that important to me, but today, for AJ, we've got to crack on and do this fast, so... Okay, respectable username. I'll talk you through then. I'll let you know what's going on. So when I'm sculpting models, so I've got 35 years of miniatures painting experience, and that's going to kind of kick into play. So I'm always trying to think about kind of the transitions from one level of material to the next. So here, for example, we've got the cuffs around the top of the boots. There needs to be an adequate level of distinction from the bottom of them to kind of give you a planar change. And the top where the trousers are going to come in so that they visibly look different. So from painting models, what I would do is I normally use a dark background, a dark base colour, or I glaze dark colours in. So yep, you're not wrong there, matey. That's why the hat's on, to keep the thoughts in the head. But yeah, so the you derailed me now, you bugger. So yeah, with the where one colour changes into another colour. I beat you to it, mate. I beat you to it. Yeah, where one colour changes to another colour, what I would always tend to do is use either a dark lining or a shading in there that will kind of help to accentuate the like the colour change. So obviously with like an animation, you would see like, you know, an animated character where you might have like the black outlines to differentiate one area from the next. So we go in there with like, so if I'm doing blue, then what I'll either do is I'll either use a dark blue or a blue mixed with a lot of black and just glaze that into the very, very, very edge, on the lowest edge. and then on the higher edges you go for an edge highlight to take it up to a light blue, and then when you're coming into the next colour comes in with the darker tone up against the edge highlight, so you end up with that nice, very clear break between the two different colours. And I always think it looks really good until I photograph the models, and then when I photograph them I end up kind of pulling them apart and kind of really, you know, not being very happy with them. But yes, it's all those kind of like little areas of, you know, the like how things get painted. I am based, mate, right by Birmingham Airport. So I don't know if you do, if you go to UK Games Expo. But if you do go to UK Games Expo, it's at the NEC, which isn't called the NEC all the time. It's called various different silly names. So yeah, basically, if you, it's a town in the Midlands called Solihull. And it's right next door to Birmingham Airport. It's actually where Birmingham Airport is, so, and that's where the NEC is as well. So if you go down to UK Games Expo, you'll be right there. Have to turn the volume up on the speakers. Yeah, quasi Brummy. Now I was born in Birmingham. I was raised in South Birmingham, Licky Hills actually, which is. If you're a Tolkien fan, there was loads of Tolkien bits and bobs around there, like Sarehole Mill, which is where he grew up, and the Licky Hills was part of the inspiration for the Shire in Lord of the Rings. Got Moseley Bogs, which is the Dead Marshes. That's just where Sarehole Mill is. So they're all fairly close to me here. It's quite nice having that little bit of personal connection. It's not quite New Zealand, you know what I mean? But it's. Where are you, Wolfhammer? Let's just get these little soles on the boots. Isn't Rosie up north by Sheffield? It's about an hour and a half or thereabouts. For me, I think. Well, I suppose it depends. I think the journey up to Chilcombe was bloody awful, if I'm honest. It was. We set off late and then we hit loads of traffic. Hull. Yeah, I used to when back in my facilities management days before I did the sculpting, I actually used to look after an office up in Elland. So I used to have to go to like Halifax and like Huddersfield kind of quite a lot. Let's get that extracted, accept it. So I'm just going to level the tops of the shoes off. I'm going to thicken that right up. So what I want to do here is I want to kind of give the edges kind of a straight side, and one of the easiest ways to do that is to actually just make them really, really big. And then I can just slice a chunk off the bottom. Actually, just auto group that first. Slice a chunk off the bottom to be the sole. Just polish and group that. Get rid of the bottom bit. And then we'll slice the top off. And do the same. And I've got a shoe sole. I do just want to clean that up a touch because it's a little bit scabby around the edges, a little bit kind of not quite straight and a bit gnarly. So how's your Easter holidays been, people? Have you had the had kids around? Have you had chocolate overdoses? Oh, what's going on now? I think we're okay there. Just bring that up. And we just need to put a little notch in the middle. So it's going to mask over. Oh, no, don't switch. Except for kid noise. We've had it crazy here. Hayley went mad and just like mom guilt kicked in. So she ended up booking play dates with all the kids' friends, and then obviously because Jacob had had play dates, Willow had to have play dates. So for the first week of the holidays, we just had kids here all over the place. So they had no peace and quiet. Let's just group. Let's just group mast. Group mast, and then we'll just take that away, delete hidden close holes. I'll just highlight that one, we'll just scrub that out. Sometimes there's elegant ways of doing stuff and they elude me, and sometimes there just isn't. You just have to hack it and hope for the best. And it looks ugly, but it'll get the job done, you know what I mean? That's it's one of the good things about working with speed and whatever over precision. But when you're making these kind of things for 28mm, 32mm models, you don't need to be too precise, because some of these tiny little inaccuracies and little kind of ugly bits you get, they're going to get lost in the print. So they won't even be seen by the end. Whereas other things absolutely will be, and it's a kind of case of knowing which ones are going to be worth spending your time on. And then we've got the obvious bit, which is making sure I don't get distracted and that I follow my gut. Because quite often I'll tell you that. I'll tell you it's not worth spending time on. I'll tell you I'm not going to do it. As Bunker well knows, what do I end up doing? I end up spending time on them. Okay, so we've got soles to his shoes. We're going to add a little cylinder in to do the little bit on the top, whatever that is called, a little strap across the boot. Tinker Dan, that's it, mate. That's me. You know it. It's not really to the rescue though, is it? It's just gruff. Okay, so no, that was the wrong button to press. Okay, so I'm just going to slice the end off here. Polish and group. How are you getting on with your Warlock, matey? Haven't seen it since you posted up the other day. Don't know if you've done any more on it or not. The Tinkerer. Yeah, I'll have to make a little, do me as a little gnome making shoes or something like that. Just like a big pile of random stuff around me. So duplicate that, mirror it, so it goes to the shoe. Oosh, there we go. So I'll take a little bit of the boot here. We've got like a tongue on the boot coming up from this. So let me just hide the ruler. So I don't need that. Okay, let's just extract that bit. Inflate and give it a bit more thickness, and then I'll just polish it back down again. Ah, mate. You did that thing where you drop it and it flies off into some kind of like little nook somewhere you just can't locate. So guys, Bunker does an absolutely wonderful job of modding my streams for me, and also reminding me I've got to get going and pick the kids up and things like that, so that I don't get in trouble with the wife. Actually today, Bunker, let you know on this one, I've got to go and pick Willow up at 3 o'clock, so I need to be leaving here at 2:45. So we've got about another 2 hours. So hopefully I can put a big dent in this model and get it mostly done by then. So yeah, so to thank him for his hard work and his much appreciated timekeeping and whatnot, he's had a copy of the Warlock as a 3D print. I'm looking forward to painting her up myself, if I'm honest. Ah, thank you, Bunker. I forgot I had the Kickstarter prompt actually. I need to do a little bit more promo on it on the on Facebook, I think. Get it on social media again. We had the I'm still waiting for this marketing agency to ramp it up. They're basically are convinced, and they give me a money back guarantee that they reckon I can get 80 grand out of a Kickstarter. So I don't know what their plans are. I haven't heard from them yet, which is making me nervous because it's they haven't like launched any kind of advertising so far. But like I say, they've given me a money back guarantee and I've paid through PayPal, so it's like I don't understand why they would bother, if that makes sense, if it's if they're not going to make an effort on it. They've got pretty decent reviews online as well, so it's not like they're, you know, they're like a scam agents or anything like that, I don't believe so. But time will tell, won't it? What I think I might do here actually on the boots, I'm just going to, it's not on the design, but I am just going to kind of take it from there. A little bit of detailing just around the back of the boots there. We'll blend that into the tongue, and then it looks like we've got a kind of a shoe detail, haven't we? And I'll just put a little seam up the side, just because. Again, it's not on the... what's going on there? So again, just defining the edges and just making sure that those are areas where we've got different levels, different layers and stuff have got a clear definition. If you're going to throw a dry brush on them, you're going to throw an ink wash on them, but there's somewhere for those inks and dry brushes to settle to create that distinction and differentiation we're after. So there we go. That's the boots with the tongues on it, and them down. Let's get all the boots put together. And then I'm going to get this saved because we know what ZBrush likes to do when you haven't saved it in a while. Likes to crap out on you and crash. I don't want that. So, right, let's go and... I don't know how to do this, but I think I'm still connected to the chat with AJ. I think she hung up the call and I didn't, and I don't know how to turn my camera off. Ah, there we go. Stop video. Okay, so he's got boots now. Let's give him some trousers. So I'm just going to take his legs. Let's just auto group the legs so they're separate to the body. Split them off. Okay, I'm just going to duplicate them. I'm going to inflate to thicken them up. I'm just going to get some bit of sculptage going on around the knees. I've got a little treat for you guys as well coming up this week, which is going to be something completely left to centre for me. I've got a client who has asked me to do some sculpts for him and he's requested that they be done on a stream, which I'm fine with. So I think it was going to be a Wednesday stream, I believe. I was going to do it, possibly into Thursday. And he's creating his own game world, which is awesome. And it's a sci-fi game, so I'm going to be sculpting some sci-fi models on stream, which, as you know, is not something. It's not something I don't do, but it's not something I've done on stream before. So that'd be a first for you guys to see that. And these guys, they're basically, if you were to take the cogs from Gears of War and kind of take them back in time to World War II, but also make them steampunk. So they're quite cool concepts. They proxy in quite nicely for Space Marines if you wanted to use something a little bit different. and I've got about half a dozen of them to do for him. So I'm just going to be working on the like the base model initially. So it'll be a nice little bit of a change. Doing some sci-fi hard surface type bits. So again here, just creating that little bit of a ridge and differentiation for the trousers. So we've got that defining line there between the trouser top and trouser bottom and the boot top. Okay, and then we're just gonna do the waist of his trousers. So we're gonna put that quite low. Let's extract that. I don't really need to do anything with that actually. That can kind of stay as it is. I'll just remove the hollow bit on the inside, delete hidden close holes, and just smooth that out. And all I'll do is just put a kind of seam down one side, flatten them out, blend that seam in. We'll add a few buttons. Okay, so nothing more to do there. I say nothing more to do, and I'm going to go straight back in and tinker with it. That's better. Right, now there's nothing more to do. So next thing is this kind of, I suppose I need to get his arm done first and get his arm posed. And then we'll do like the Auron kind of robe thing. Do you know, I'm going to save this. I might be able to save a bit of time on the Auron robe because I think I did a very similar one for Yang. I might be able to use Yang's robes as a basis and save myself a bit of time. It's going to be a big download. Let's hope it comes down quick. So basically this one sleeve thing, it's something I've done before. I did it on a model I've got called Grandmaster Kang, and this is the file it was sculpted in, I believe. So what I'm hoping is I can go into the Grandmaster Kang file, lift this kind of coat off him, and go and pop it straight into the scene, and then use that as my starting point, and then just amend it and modify it a touch. Because there's quite a lot of fabric, quite a lot of what do we call it now? Like folds and creases and all that kind of stuff. It's going to take me a long time to sculpt all of that from scratch. It'd be nice if I could download it and still sculpt, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Cancel that. That's fine. I'll cancel that. This is still downloading, and then when it's downloaded I'll open it and import it in. So in the meantime I'll just do like the belts and things that need doing. So let's just save, and then we'll get the first belt done. Now I use a solid belt, a solid sphere, get me words out, solid cylinder for belts, because basically if I use a like a strap tool, then what happens is you get a hollow between the model and the belt, and sometimes you have to get supports in there, which isn't great, and other times you don't need to get supports in there, but the resin will get trapped. So if the resin's getting trapped, that's also not good. So what I'm doing is I'm using the Alt key, and I'm just tapping the surface, and that will just push. It'll push it in on a tangent with the surface of the belt. Okay. Let's just get that. What I'll do is I'll just bring the tops of the trousers up, make them a bit bulkier. Okay, divide this a few times to give it a bit of smoothness, and then I'm just going to drop a belt knot into there, which I've actually got already loaded from the last sculpt I did, which is here. So I think I can flip that this time. Let's mirror it. So sometimes, obviously, one of the benefits of doing digital sculpting over physical sculpting is you get the absolute privilege to be able to recycle bits. So, hang on, that works. It's that'll be fine. I'll make it work. I'm very glad that I didn't leave you watching the download screen because it's taking ages. It's my sculpt library, so there's, I don't even know how many files are in here, but these are all things I've made from previous sculpts. Buckle only, there we go. Just going to paste that in. Okay, I'm just going to use where the holes are here, running down. I'm just going to add a few extra holes to the belt, just to continue on that pattern and make it look like it's all part of the same thing. Thank you. Yeah, you can make things. You can generally make things fit and look like they're supposed to be there anyway. But obviously, a lot of the time it's about making sure that things are the right kind of proportions and the right sizes. You see some of the drawings that that AJ does on the stream, you'll see that there's quite a lot of small details and little bits. They're not always entirely practical to actually kind of like do directly. So you have to kind of upscale things, thicken them up a little bit to make them kind of like visible on the model. In fact, I've just spotted just here actually. This is a little bit out. So let me just bring that away from the. That's fine. There we go. So like this belt buckle ring thing was a little bit on the small side, a little bit thin, a little bit too close to the underlayer. Yeah, one of the things I like with AJ's designs is she does use this like asymmetry a lot, and I always think it makes the models just a lot more interesting. It's something I do myself as well. I always go for asymmetry on a model. That. Delete those holes. Group mask. So I'm just going to go to the bottom side of this. I'm just going to stretch this out so I want it to overhang and overshoot the hand. There we go. Just like that. Let's do I think it needs it at the top actually, but we'll do just a tiny bit, just nudge it out a teeny little bit. Oh mate, today's been bliss. Like the kids not being here and you know, Hayley not being around, kind of trying to get me to do gardening and all the other kind of distracting things that have been going on. It's more a case of like she's got the kids in the house and they're running riot, and then like I'm trying to get work done, and then she's like making me feel guilty that that she's having to deal with the kids. So I end up having to kind of like go up and step in and give her a little bit of a reprieve as well. Have them down my office for a little bit, and obviously it's a little bit more tricky to get anything done then. You got Willow down here who's like, you know, after snacks every 30 seconds and whatever, and Jacob's playing on his games and kind of wants to show me what's happening or wants me to play with him. So it's been a nice half term. It has been a nice couple of weeks, but it's I'm always glad when the kids go back. Still getting orders coming through the website. We're using the Chilcon code as well, so it's nice to see people are still ordering from the show. Yeah, if anybody's looking at the site, so at the moment we've got in the UK wide rather, we've got free shipping offered across the board, and globally we've got free shipping on orders over £75. So if anybody wants anything, it's only for this month, so it's a good chance to get in and get something now. Got another couple of weeks yet, but hey Dennis, how's it going, matey? Just saying, the kids are back at school and it's like blissfully peaceful. How are you doing today, Dennis? Oh, do you know what? I think my my Yang file's downloaded. So let me see if I can get it. I really hope it works. Now that I've bigged it up and everything, you know what I mean? I'm gonna look at it if I do this and it just doesn't work. I'm pretty sure that it should be a good fit. Nice. I always worry when I print overnight now because the temperature's prone to dip, and obviously I know if the temperature drops, there's a chance that the resin's going to thicken up, and you need like higher exposure to cure it. So you can actually just lose it entirely, and you end up your print fading. Morango and Mumbles Gamer, thank you for the follows. Oh, do you know what? I should be on multi-stream, shouldn't I, in case anybody's on another platform. If anybody's over on YouTube or on Facebook and you're following, I do apologise. Damn, I've just absolutely mobbed out the whole... I've just drowned the entire scene here. The old version of Yang. Have we got the new one in there? Please tell me I have. That's mega annoying. What's more annoying is that's the right version of Yang that I'm looking for. No, actually it's not the right thing anyway. After all of that, it's not even the right thing to do. Okay, so let's just go back to... there he is. No, that's not him. That's annoying. But it is what it is. Let's just drop a cylinder in there. A cylinder sphere. I'll get my primitive shapes right one day. And put a little cube in below it. Just do a little bit of polish and grouping. Let's create a little ridge there, make sure that's defined enough. Flatten this down a touch. Always square it off. Looks like a purity seal at the moment, but actually it's just... Hey Ralston, how you doing, matey? Hope you're keeping well, sir. So I've got about another hour and a half on stream, and then we've got to I've got to try and make sure this guy's finished off by then, really, because we've got to go and get the kids, or get Willow at least. Jacob starts his new swimming lessons today, which will be interesting. Because it's a new time and it's a new swimming school. I think it's going to be a bit of a mad rush, unfortunately. Yeah, when you've got your routines down, you know what happens on what days and whatever. Yeah, Mondays suck, don't they? I'm really good actually, mate. It's nice to be able to have the kids back at school and just be able to get on with stuff again. What's going on here? Oh shit! It's gonna crash. In ZBrush. I think it's because I loaded the scene up, to be honest. Luckily, it's pretty much where I wanted it, and it's removed all the extra crap out of the scene, so aside from the little bit of sculpting I've just done, I haven't really lost anything. Let's just forget the sphere I added. I will be, mate, I'll be going there with Chris from Cursed Empire. So he's coming over from France again, so I'll be attending from here. Going to give him a hand and helping out, I think. Oh. We've got a few things we've got to sort out first, but yeah, hopefully I'll be there. You going to be going again? Ah, you come down Saturday, are you? Or up for you, isn't it? It's up. Ah, thanks, Bonker. Yeah, guys, if anybody doesn't know Mr. Elston, check his videos out on YouTube. Always good for a giggle and informative. Bunky, you need to give me some like some cue on some prompts to make here, so you can just make your life easier. Yeah, Elston's painted loads of my stuff in the past, and as Bunker says, when it comes to like batch painting and like doing big army projects and stuff, the man's a mania. He paints more models in like a year than. Fair enough, mate. Elston paints more models in a year than most people will get through in like a lifetime, so if you want to see that craziness happen, check him out. That is you indeed, mate. Oops, a bit too much there. Oh, Elston, I'll be working on your guardsman tomorrow. Guardsman, your city watchman tomorrow as well, by the way. It's like we did the. I did the chilling watchman before, and in the new rehash, I've already done like Spud on his own. So I'll be doing Elston on his own as well tomorrow. Indeed, mate, indeed. Be an elf this time instead of a gnome though. So we've got a few gnomes going on. Right, so switch up there. Have to make sure. Hey Pointy, how you doing? To make sure I get this saved really regularly because ZBrush seems to be in one of those moods today. If you're wondering about that shirt, by the way, the shirt's not staying, so I've got to alter the top of it. So. How are you doing today, Pointy? Elston, I'll tell you what, send me a few confused faces. Some photo referenced and I'll work it out for you, man. Right, so let's put a few more facets on this arm here. So this guy, in case you're wondering, by the way, so it's for Winter's Tales. And all the races are homebrew, and this guy is basically, I want to say he's like the, what's his name, like the stone guy from the Thor movies, like Ragnarok and Love and Thunder. It's a bit like him, but he's made of obsidian. Well, they have skin that's like obsidian. So they've got this like faceting all over the surface and stuff. Oh, AJ's just messaged me. I'm still on the call. I can't even figure out how to turn it off. I'm gonna just completely shut down Discord, I think. And I'll load it back up again and see if I'm back on. So we need cheers, Elston. Let's just extract that then. Okay, so let's bring this bit into here. So this bit here is going to be going all the way down, isn't it? So this coat is it to the floor? Yeah, pretty much to the floor. Just have to re-dynamesh it occasionally because it's going to get ugly otherwise. Just solo it. Okay, so this coat is coming all the way down. Hey Rich, how we doing, matey? Hope you're keeping well, dude. So it's been a while. I haven't been streaming over the Easter holidays. It's been like pulling teeth trying to get time to be able to do it with everything going on. So it's nice to be back today. So yeah, I'll be working on your guy as well tomorrow, mate. So the City Watch are getting their second pass this month. So I'll be doing Mini Rich on his Shetland pony. Right, so I need. Yeah, no, always make your stream like join in anytime. You don't have to be in the chat or nothing, but you can chip in anytime you want to. And I'll say if you really need to, you can always watch it back on YouTube and Twitch later on, can't you? So. So that's going to need to go into there. I'm just going to pull this down into a. And then here I can sculpt a new bit and hang it all down. So guys, like we said earlier on, if you haven't already been and backed on the Warlock Kickstarter, she's still live until the 29th. We've got a few stretch goals unlocked. One is right on the verge of going at the moment. It's been a bit of a slow week. I haven't done any advertising on it, so it's probably my own fault. But thank you, Bunker. Want a nice diorama piece to paint up? Then now's your chance. So we're about £200 off getting the carnivorous plants, which I think we're calling Seymour. We've already got the bringer of biscuits, the little quasit with the tray of biscuits available as an add-on now. Oh, I need to send it over to Mike then. I'll send him the bringer of biscuits and the plant ready for him. I haven't actually done the files for him yet, so I need to get them exported anyway. So I'll get that done this afternoon after I finish this guy off. But I have started working on the rest of the scene actually. I might show you guys tomorrow when I'm doing the city watch. I'll show you what I'm working on. But yeah, I've made the library and the surround and everything else now. So I'm just decking out the library shelves with books. So I've got a plan for the rest of the room. Yeah, the skeleton rat. I'm tempted to put like a skeletal cat in there as well. I was going to put like a Tressim chasing the rat down or stalking the rat, but I might actually switch it up and do a little skeletal rat. We'll see. A skeletal cat, sorry. So that's the below side. Okay, let's just reduce the intensity on that. Let's bump the size up. What's a skelly rat? It's a skeletal rat, mate. Let me show you. So I'll quickly show you what's actually in there. So this is the full scene as it looks at the moment. So we've got the little skeletal rat down here. We've got the table with all the accessories and stuff on there. Then we've got the Warlock herself with a spell book and cup of tea and everything else. Then we've got the bringer of biscuits over here, the little quasit butler with a little pink apron and a pink towel over her arm. And then a little pile of biscuits. So we've got a couple of chocolate digestives, some bourbon biscuits and some Fox's Crunch Creams. So, and then over here we've got Seymour, the big carnivorous plant who's making eyes at the quasit butler, drooling, baring its teeth, about to gobble him up. Screw the biscuits, eat the butler. So beyond that, what we've got is like a whole scene coming in the background. So we've got a big curved wall as a backdrop with a window's going to be in it. Little window box with some more of these little carnivorous plants, one of them eating a bird. We've got a big bookcase around the left hand side, which will be a curved bookcase. So I've made the bookcase now. I need to do some wood grain effect on it and some detailing and stuff, and then I need to well, I've made a ton of books, but I need to like load the shelves out with the books. Put some skulls on there and other random things. I might put like a little just as a little hat tip, I might put a little chocobo plush up on the shelf or something like that, just for my own amusement. So there'll be various different things on the shelves, not just books. And then following that, the next stretch goal that will get released will be another character one. So we'll add like another little. It won't be a quasit this time. It'll be an actual imp, like climbing on the bookcase, pulling books down. Maybe another one at the bottom, catching books and getting squashed by the weight of them. So yeah, so that's where we're at anyway. I don't want to get too far into sculpting stuff for it until the stretch goals are kind of like nearly done. Because otherwise, I spend loads of time and effort on there, and we don't get the stretch goals, then it's wasted effort, isn't it? So, trying to avoid that. Okay, so now I need the bit hanging off the top, so we're just going to come over here and mask this down. Just blend that into there, so it looks like it's all come together. What I'll do is I'll smooth that all out in the final blend, the final pass. What we're looking at, the back bit. Don't say things like that. Now I see it and I can't unsee it. It's a sleeve, but it's not a wizard sleeve. It's an artificer sleeve. No, it's supposed to be a similar kind of thing. It's got a similar kind of vibe to it, but it's for the Chronicles of Aelwyn, which is the Winter's Tales homebrew world. So this guy's like he's made of obsidian, or he's got like skin that's made of obsidian, or is like it's obsidian. I want to say his name's Krull, I think it is, or something like that, but spelt in a really obscure way because it's their like language, if you like. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for joining, Michael. You have a good day. Hopefully catch you here again. Have fun at work. I say feel free to drop by anytime. No worries, Rich. You get off, mate. It's fine. You're going to do your calls, go to your meetings, etc. Hopefully, I'll catch you tomorrow and you can see your dude taking shape. Let's just scratch this bit out. Guys, with everyone taking a cue to leave at the moment, I'm going to put you on a BRB, run down the house, grab myself a cuppa, make myself a tea, and I will I'll see you guys back in a minute. Oh, he's waving at you. Let's just save. Right, let me BRB you guys, and I will be back in a minute. Oh, no, wrong screen. There you go. So in the meantime, Bunker, if you want to try and show your affiliate link, mate, you do that, and see if you can pimp yourself some sales. Thank you, Bunker matey. And yeah, go and have a little mooch in the web store for 5 minutes. And I'll be back in a minute. Okay, guys. Catch you in a sec. Right guys, we're back. Put the stream back on. Okay. So next thing to do is his little tool belt, I suppose. Actually, just in here. I'll touch them two together and make sure that they are a bit more solid. Okay, right, so I think I'm going to stop messing with this now. Okay. If I can jump over the other side and we'll do his tool belts. Just save him. that would have been helpful if I'd have just unmasked that first. So, next bit, let's just say, will be a shirt cuff on the arm here. Instead of doing an extraction on this one, I'm going to do an inflation. So come back and just clean up those edges now. So when you're doing inflation, you haven't got super clean mesh to start with. It becomes a little bit more difficult to clean up because your edges go all gnarly. You can do it, you just need to run the H polish around the edge. There we go. Done. Hey, no worries, respectable. Thank you for joining the stream anyway. I say the mini's not far off done, to be fair. I've got to pose the hands and just do the tool belt, and then I'll be sending it over to AJ, and she can crack on and get it printed up ready for tomorrow. So if you join AJ's stream tomorrow night, hopefully you might see this guy painted and on the tabletop. If she manages to paint it in that short space of time there, she's an absolute monster. I'm sure she can do it. I know she can do it. But thanks for joining me again. You take it easy. We'll have it in our Discord channel as well. I'll post it up there. So if all else fails, then grab our Discord link off the stream. I'm sure Bunker's heard the keyword by now, and it'll be there in a second. So, but you take it easy anyway. Thanks for joining again. There he is, right on cue. Thank you, Bunker. You're a good one, mate. Don't believe the word they say about you. Right, so that hand needs to be a clenched fist. So let me just save. I think I can get some partially posed hands in that might help me speed things up a little bit. And that's the one, I think. And also, do you know what I think I've got? I think I've already done this. I think I made... I've got a wrench. The weapons, blunt weapons, monkey wrench, there we go. There we go, I'll have that one, that'll do. as I usually say as well, anytime you're doing like polishing on an edge, you want to try and maintain that nice sharp crisp edge. Make sure you've got the dynamic tessellation turned off. Sculptress Pro mode will absolutely trash your sharp edges. It will give you this awful like bitty geometry on the ends. So if you're trying to get like smoothness, then you're never going to get it. There we go. Okay. What was it I was looking for in here as well? The fingers. So hands with, I think it's called hand, point and pistol grip, that was it. Okay, so these hands are rather massive for this particular scene, so let's shrink them right down. Let's mirror them over as well. There's one hand. Make sure the eyes are in the head, not just floating. Let's merge them together. I'll turn the head. Bring this in so it can close into the hand a touch, and try and avoid some of these like really small gaps. I do have time, about another 25 minutes, give or take. Putting a few little facets. Oh god, a few little facets in here on the neck. Got my dynamic tessellation, that's why it's not working. The effect of the H polish is always reduced quite significantly when you've got your dynamic tessellation on. Polish and give it a bit of resolution on the hands. Just smooth them all out just to make sure we get rid of the dodgy joins and things like that. Any ropey bits of detail. Now it's going to inflate just inside the fingers, just a touch. Just so there's no like internal geometry in there. And same for this hand, let's just inflate the openings there. We just double check by taking a cross section. Just check in there, make sure there's no internal geometry. And here we go, we'll do the same. Just cut it and check. And we're good. Okay, right, so hands are on. Let's attach them to the arms. Let's dynamesh it and polish it all and not do the Put a few facets on the back of the hand so it fits in. You might not see these too much, to be honest. I mean, if it's printed on a nice high resolution printer with some sharp, crispy resin, then you might get the facets showing up. I want them to be there, but AJ's instruction is that they're not to be overtly there. That makes sense. Like he's got to look more human than like Thing from Fantastic Four or something, you know. What happened there? Ah, I see. Keep the upper body and lower body separate for now. So I want to do a little twist at the waist just to kind of give them a bit more shape. Where's that? Oh, it's that. this mask here. I'm just going to give him a little... Oh. A little twist to the right. So he's pretty much there now. He just needs a money pouch, a wallet. Well, let's just stretch this out. Thanks, Bunker. I don't have the luxury of being late or dragging it on today. I've really got to get off, so I'm going to start winding this down in a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to have to finish it offline and just send it over to AJ. So when I finish it, I'll post it up on the Discord. And where we are? Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Like I say, we'll be doing the City Watch. So get some City Watch action on. So we're doing Mini Elston and Mini Rich, Nerd Harla, myself, and Josh from the Pickle Jar. We'll be getting miniaturising treatments going on tomorrow. And if you want to get your hands on the new City Watch, they will be in our store very, very shortly. I think they're on Haley's to-do list for Wednesday, so Wednesday they'll be in store and available, and you'll be able to kind of go in and order one. Oh, I'll say one, a set. May list them individually, but only if there's demand, I suppose. So I'm going to have to go and grab Willow, and I will carry on this sculpt in a little while. So first, let me just position this pouch. Bigger than it wants to be. Let's just round that little edge off. Okay, so calling that done for now. Let me just get a raid going. Let me see who's about. Oh, Chaz, Adam, Marango. Hope you're all good. Right, let me just check into my, is it channel? Yeah, find a chance raid. Ah, mic's on. Come on, let's go raid Mike.
OnlyFans millionaires buying castles.
There we go. OnlyFans millionaires buying castles, as you heard. That's what Mike's talking about right now. So let's go do a raid into Mike. We'll go and say hello, guys. Okay. So if you don't already know Mike, you're not already following him. Go and show him some love. Bunker, thanks for your help again today, matey. And off we go to Mike. So guys, thank you all again. I'll be back tomorrow, so be sure to come and join me, and we'll do a little bit more sculpting then. Oh, it's already saved, mate. Just saved it before I started doing all this. But yeah, thank you all again for joining me, and I will see you all tomorrow. Let's go raid Mike, and we'll say hello. Cheers, guys. We'll see you later. Later, taters.